Hey guys, no, okay, so this is gonna be a video where there's gonna be no intro, no nothing. This is just gonna be like the purest, realist me. This is like pure Kyle here. Um, and as I don't know if any of you have noticed, but in the past couple of weeks for sure, like pretty much throughout this month, I haven't been delivering as much on the same like exuberant energy or the same kind of like enthusiasm I would normally do in majority of my reviews. And there's a reason for that. And which is my dad's dead. Yeah. He died pretty much very early into this year to the point where many of us are still honestly in shock that it happened. It it was like he basically died on the 12th of this month. Yes, that's how freaking early it happened. It's like we're still trying to we're still very me and my family, my friends, we're all still very much trying to process this. And I like the thing I guess that makes the thing I guess you could say is that what makes his death so frustrating is that it's practically I guess a cliche in order to describe like a parent as the center of your universe, but really but honestly to God, that really describes my dad to a freaking T. He for him his legacy is everyone else comes first, I come last, which I think is one of the more frustrating parts of his death because he is one of the more frustrating parts of his death because it just begs the question, how long was he sick? How long did he have this? Like understand the first thing the disease like what he was diagnosed with, it was a curable disease. It was something that was curable. There's an 83 it was basically a type of leukemia or blood cancer, which here in Canada is 83% has an 83% survival rate, with the 17% being the most severe cases. So obviously, Dad fell into the more severe case. So it's like, how long did Dad have this, and why didn't he tell us? It's like there was an opportunity in order for him to survive this, so why didn't he? But it's like, and just like the one thing I will say right off the bat is that he didn't suffer. He went pretty fast. Within 3 days, he pretty much died. Like it's he was yeah. It's funny how something so simple as a blood transfusion can go so wrong. It's it's kind of yeah. I I really don't. But yeah, getting back to what I said about my dad, he like Dad's legacy is pretty much exactly that. He's basically someone who always put others before himself. He always came last. Well, whenever it came to family, he always came last, and he was always perfectly fine with that. But at this again, going back to what I said about the whole, but at the same time, it was always it was one of those things where for as much as we love that quality about him as a family, it was also one of those times where we're like, yes, Dad, we get it, you care about all of us, but please take care of yourself. But despite that, he never faltered. Family was always came first with him. And again, but yeah. And I guess I guess for me personally, it's his death will raise so many unanswered questions as well as so many regrets for me. It's obviously, like I said, one of those unanswered questions is how long did like how long was he having these problems? Did he know? Why didn't he tell us? It's all these little things about his death that really bug me. it just feels like there was an opportunity for him to save himself, but he didn't. At the same time, he knew he didn't want. I don't know. Like it's so freaking weird. So freaking hard to understand. But but even more so than that, like I'll still have so many, like but as far as how his death is affecting me, it's one of those things where it's for me personally how his death has affected me personally. It's always going to be the little things about my father that my father did for me that like really get to me. Like for instance, ever since I moved out into my own house, he would always have this thing about calling me every morning just to make sure I was awake because full disclosure, I'm a bit of a heavy sleeper. So yeah, full disclosure, I'm a bit of a heavy sleeper. So yeah, he would always make it a thing in order to kind of like phone me in order to make sure I was awake. So there's that, and just even helping me with my garbage with my garbage and my recycle. That's just those little things like you don't really think about or appreciate until the person who's helping you do those things is gone. Um, but and above all, I think his death makes me realize there are so many regrets I'm gonna have to live with forever. Like, because they're gonna like honestly, like my family, my family obviously is always going to say that my family obviously is always going to say my family is always going to say that he always pretty much loved me, and I never needed to truly say it. But like one of the regrets I'm always gonna live with I never should I never said I never got to say I love you a lot more than I should. Like I really should have said I love you a lot more than I should, but never did. And by the time I really got to say goodbye to him, it he was already hooked up on life support. So another regret, I guess, is I never truly got to say goodbye like face to face in a conversation with him. But so yeah, I I really needed to get yeah. I know this. I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to. Yeah, but so yeah, guys, that's. But yeah, but yeah, like he pretty much just died so early. Like he just died. Like, and I guess on a more comedic note, if you want to look at this, right now my biggest thing about it is that I really want to march up to whatever fucking bureaucratic shithole is responsible for life and death in the universe, walk up to the desk and say, "Hi, yes, my father died January 12th of this year, and my family and friends, we all agree that this happened way too soon. So I'd like to speak to your manager so we can get the paperwork resorted here, because this is bullshit. So help me, help you. I want to get everything. I want to get the paperwork like sorted out correctly here." So yeah, I guess on a comedic note, that's kind of my thought process on it right now. Like it happened way like even if he had to die this year, why this month and early into this month for God's sake? So yeah, I'm done, guys. But yeah, so this is just me kind of venting my thoughts and letting you guys know what's going on in my life, because I want to try and at least be there are times where I do want to be like upfront with you guys as to probably why, as like if you guys do ever notice something wrong with my reviews, whether it's this, I want to let you guys know why eventually, and this was the reason why, as to why if you notice my reviews haven't been so enthusiastic, this is the reason why. But yeah, guys, that's all I got. Later.